When we say system design, we classify it in two types. First one being high level design, or generally termed as system design, and the other one low level design, or also known as object oriented design. These days, a lot of interviews are focused on low level design, especially when you are a fresher. And also, if you're applying for roles like SDE2 or SDE3, then generally the interviews are focused on high as well as low level design. In this video, I will tell you the roadmap or exactly what concepts are being required to be good at low level designing. First one being, we need to be good at one of the object oriented programming language. It could be either Java, C++, Python, or any language of your choice. And along with the language, we need to be good with the object oriented concepts like what are classes, what are objects, what are the four pillars of object oriented programming. After this, we can move on to design patterns. Software design pattern is a general reusable solution to a commonly occurring problem within a given context in software design. Design patterns are formalized as best practices that one can use to solve common problems when designing an application or system. Solid design principles are core abstract principles that we are supposed to follow while designing software. These principles are not concrete, rather abstract. They can be applied in any language on any platform regardless of the state as long as we are within the permissible conditions. Solid design principles provide high-level guidelines to design better software applications. There are five types of design principles. We also need to be familiar with software development lifecycle process. Like in general, for every problem, we can solve it in four parts. First one being requirement analysis, second design, third implementation, and fourth delivery. In the case of software development, along with these four, we also need to monitor and do the changes as per the feedbacks. So now, the next step is to learn how to make UML diagrams. The Unified Modeling Language or UML is a standard graphical language for modeling object-oriented software. As UML is a graphical language, it supports two types of diagrams which can be further classified as structural and behavioral diagrams. Structural diagrams deal with what all components are needed to make the system, whereas behavioral diagram deals with how all components will interact with each other. Next is class and object diagrams. A class diagram is a type of a structural diagram that describes the structure of a system by showing the system's classes, their attributes, operations, and the relationships among objects, whereas an object diagram represents an instance of a class diagram. And the last one is use case diagram. In UML, use case diagrams are similar to high level diagrams. It gives us a basic high level view about the system that we are designing. So these were the concepts that we need to be familiar with in order to design low-level systems. For more such videos, you can subscribe and stay tuned. We will be explaining each concept in great detail soon. When we say system